Sheet molding compound, SMC, is a type of fiber-reinforced polymer used in a growing number of industries and applications the world over. This video series will introduce you to SMC, what it is, how it's made and commonly used, and what it takes to get started for your application. I'm Rob Holcomb, engineer and product manager here at IDI. This series will have 5 parts, beginning with this overview. I'll explain the compounding process to produce SMC in Part 2. Part 3 dives into compression molding, followed by common post-processing steps in Part 4. We'll wrap up in Part 5 with a look at common requirements to get started with SMC molding. I'd like to thank Hanwha Advanced Materials for their support with many of the photos and footage used for this series. Let's begin this series by having a look at what SMC is, how it's used, and how we bring a product to market. The name SMC is pretty self-explanatory. Molding is the process of shaping a material using a combination of heat and pressure. There are many types of molding and even more types of molding compounds. This series is focused on thermoset sheet molding compound, the type used in compression molding. SMC uses a thermosetting chemistry, meaning heat is used to make irreversible molecular bonds during the curing phase, yielding a strong and stable molded part. This process is called cross-linking. The resin is reinforced with some amount of chopped fiber, typically fiberglass or carbon fiber. A myriad of functional additives are also used. These help control shelf life, add color, impart specific performance characteristics, and ensure reliable manufacturability. Molding compound refers to the compression molding process used to shape and texture the compound into a final part. Sheet refers to the format of how the raw compound is delivered to molders. It is a continuous sheet, a few millimeters thick, about 1 meter wide, of flexible, tacky, uncured compound. The sheet is festooned into totes for maturation and shipping. Typical parts made from SMC range in thickness from 2 to 25 millimeters, though thicker is certainly possible. Compression molded parts are typically no smaller than about 50 millimeters in size and can range upwards of several meters. Fire helmets, tubs, sinks, and showers, electrical enclosures, truck beds. You may recognize these common products from daily life. Would you be surprised to learn they are all compression molded SMC? An SMC composite part follows this common thread from concept to delivery. OEMs and molders vary in degree of vertical integration, but the general theme follows. An original equipment manufacturer begins with a design concept, choosing composites over metals to save weight, increase durability, and reduce assembly complexity. They bid the design out to a molder who in turn contacts IDI's 3i Innovation Center. Our team helps distill the design, material, and manufacturing requirements, then delivers a new or existing formulation that meets those needs. After initial trials and validation with the molder and the OEM, serial production begins. This process can take anywhere from a few months for an existing material and known application to several years for a novel formula, use, or process. This concludes the overview part of this series. Next, we'll have a look at compounding, the process of making SMC.